Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com. Now, bringing integrity back to media. Lutonya M. Lane.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your girlfriend, your buddy, your pal. You're now tuned in to the BuzzZinOFF with Lutonya TV show. It is an epic show today because I have two Jeffries in the building. Yes, I said it, and I am so excited on today. They're going to be sharing light and inspiration, so y'all definitely do me a huge favor. Get all of your cousins, your buddies, your friends, your pals. Share, share, share. Inspiration is definitely on the move today. Jeffery Roshell is in the building on today. This is his second novel, It's Gonna Rain, and it is definitely raining inspiration. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Man, thank you for being here. He got his chest all out. He ready for you. He ready. He been singing for 5 years. After this show, we gonna get him snatched. But it's good to have you.
Thank you.
I was talking about your book, and I was just like, man, I was just turning the pages. How did you get started with writing?
Well, it started in 2014. I was laid off from my full-time position. I actually had a prestigious talent for writing all my life. So I said, let me go back and see if I could do something with this. I'm laid off work. I'm not doing anything right now. I was sitting back collecting unemployment, just waiting to look for a job later. So I decided to start writing my first novel, which is called Thornhill High School. And it went from me just writing one sentence in September to completing a manuscript in March of 2015. So that's how I got started.
Wow. And, September is my month. That's my birthday month. Right. So, that's a month of prosperity, Shout out to all the Virgos. Yes. Okay. So that was like really a turning point in your life for you to end up going into your actual purpose.
Right. It was. If you'd asked me 5 or 6 years ago, was I going to be an author, I'd have told you no. I was in school to be a human resource manager. It didn't work out. I stopped, and I just started to start writing. Like I said, ever since 2014, it just branched off. So the stories come, and I just write.
Wow.
So.
And the book just began to go higher and higher and higher. Was that an expectation of yours after you got it published?
It actually wasn't. I didn't actually think anybody was going to read anything I wrote. I thought people was going to be like, you wrote a book? Wow. Who want to read what you got? But actually, it took off. It was nominated for an award in 2015 for Best Book of the Year. This one is up for an award as well, too, this year. So I'm pretty excited about my writing career.
Wow. You just walking right into your purpose, and that's what this show is all about, taking that, holding on to it and keeping it going. Now, tell us about you sitting down and penning this book. What was your thought pattern, when you got ready to pen this book?
My thought pattern was I wanted to touch bases on my high school years, and it's based off my senior year of high school. I had so much fun in high school. I went to Hillcrest my freshman, sophomore year, and I went to Thornton my junior, senior year and graduated. So that's where the title Thornhill came from. I took events from both schools and penned 3 characters together in a book. And like I said, I just started writing in September, and then in March of next year was a full novel. Yeah.
Now, did you say you went to Thornton?
Yep.
Wildcat! Harvey in the building today? Okay. That's why I went to school.
Did you? Awesome.
I graduated in 98. What year?
Okay, 2000.
Look at you. That means that you was there when I was there then.
I was leaving Hillcrest, coming to Thornton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you came there when?
99.
Yeah, I had just left. I just left. Okay, well, you still a wildcat. Some good does come out of Harvey, okay? But you got ready to pen this book, and then it just began to just blossom. How did it feel for it to end up being up for an award?
Awesome. It just really, really shocked me when I was told the news from the book awards at that time, the Black Book Awards, and I was just like, wow, somebody actually read this book and decided to send it out for a nomination. I just was really awestruck. So it was really,
Now it takes us on into It's Gonna Rain. Now this book is talking about a family that has secrets, and it's a straining relationship with a mother and her sons, and how did this even come about? Do you take things out of your own personal life and put it, because that's what Thornhill was. It was a part of your personal life. So did this book actually have some of the same threads Give us the juice.
Well, that book is actually, one of the characters is off one of my friends who passed.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He told me to actually pen a book somewhat similar to what his life story was, so that's why I did.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's one of the characters is based off of him. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, you really touch on relationships in this book. You know, a single mother trying to raise, that was having her own issues and trying to raise two men, children. And this is similar to what's going on today where, you know, a lot of men are being raised by their mother. Was that even a thought pattern, or it was just, you know, something that just came about?
No, it actually was a thought pattern, too. Actually, I know several women, not to talk bad about you guys, that can be very, very, I want to say, hold a strain on their sons, but that's kind of what Marilyn was. She was trying to overly protect them, and they were grown. She was keeping them from doing the things that they needed to do to branch off, and she felt like she needed to be their, I want to say, source to go to, and she couldn't let that hole go. So I was kind of touching on that to show that how a mother, you know, when your sons are grown, you kind of got to let them go. But she didn't want to do that. And there was certain reasons why she didn't want to do that in the book as well, too. But that's why I kind of touched on that.
Well, I mean, I may have a different perception of it because I am a
Right.
woman, you know, raising a male child. I think that, you know, you go through so many mental things, you know, like you want to protect your child, you know, you want to make sure that they're covered. But also, too, it can become a dependency, you know, and I felt like when I was reading her character that she became dependent on her older son taking care of her as well and being, per se, the man of the house because she didn't have no man.
Right.
You know, so, you know, that's how I took it as reading the book. Okay, yes, I did Aaron Petty Train. We ain't gonna put the camera over there on air right now. We ain't gonna do it. But that's how I took it because so many women nowadays, they are raising, unfortunately, their child alone. And you do have some, you know, men that want to be in the house, but they could not be in the house. Is there a reason why you made her a single mother raising two men?
Well, no, actually the father had passed.
Okay.
And he was in their life until they got to their older teenage years. But but at that point, she just, I guess, from the character I penned, she took over. And like you said, with that dependency from, you know, her oldest son, but with her younger son, she felt like whatever she needed to do for him, it basically was on his head. Like she was, you know, in control of everything. So that's what I tried to
That's
show.
hard, too.
Yeah.
When I saw that was hard, too, to be able to see that. But I thought he wasn't as active. So he was active.
Well, he wasn't as active, but she was more or less, the older son was here,
right,
and he was there for different reasons.
Okay. Well, I'm excited because you have another book that's getting ready to come out actually next week. Now, is this going to be the Thornhill sequel?
No, the Thornhill sequel is coming out to after next year.
So what's coming on?
This is called Friday After Dark. With this one, I kind of got in touch with my Zane and Cairo side. So I kind of got erotic and a little freaky with this one. And I told my mama she can't read this.
Hey, how you think you got here? Mama probably already know. She probably can tell you a couple things.
She already know. But I decided to explore the erotic side of writing, and I wrote 3 short erotic stories with this new book I got coming out.
Now, is that hard because you went from your high school to, you know, talking about a straining relationship with, you know, parents, and then you go into a erotic? Is that hard for you to transition? It
kind of was, but I wanted to be versatile. But to answer your question, yes, it was a very hard transition to touch on what teenagers go through, going into their adult years, to touching on a mother and 2 sons, to go into an erotic, you know, realm. It was very, very hard writing this last book.
Wow, I can't wait. And then after this, you have the sequel from the Thornhill. And that's going to be Thornhill, the reunion,
The reunion, showing what happened to them 10 years later.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, I'm so excited for you. I can't wait. This is definitely a page turner, you guys. So get the book today. How can they connect to you and find out more about what you got coming up next?
I'm on Facebook.com, Jeffery Roshell. I'm also on Amazon if you type my name in, Jeffery Roshell, last name Roshell. You can find me. My books are there. I'm also on Instagram, author Jeffery Roshell as well.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us and sharing us.
Me.
Man, it's good seeing you off the internet.
I know.
And it's good seeing you right here on Inspiration. For more information about our guests, you can definitely head on over to Industry Buzz. That's with 3Zs.com. More to come. We got another Jeffery here, and that's the Jeffrey. Right here on BuzzZinOFF with Lutonya.
Hello, this is author Jeffery Roshell, and you're tuned in to Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com.
Be bold, be fearless, be you, right here on BuzzZinOFF with Lutonya. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your girlfriend, your buddy, your pal, Lutonya of Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com. Connect with us today to find out how you can become a special guest on our show. Go to Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com, click Be Our Guest. We look forward to having you right here on BuzzZinOFF with Lutonya.
Hey, what's going on? This comedian BLT.
Hey guys, I'm Oh So True.
Hi, my name is Brandon Reynolds.
It's real Shannon D, and you rocking with Industry Buzz, 3Zs.
With 3Zs.
With 3Zs.
Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com.
Make sure you stay locked in to Inspiration.
That time of the year again. The 7th annual Black and White Ball and BuzzZinOFF Awards is here. Save the date, Saturday, September 9th, 2017. And join us as we celebrate our community heroes.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I know that you enjoyed the last segment just happened with Jeffery Roshell, and now I have Jeffery Lang here with us on today to talk about real estate and the state of the economy today. So I'm excited to be able to share this information with you. It's so much that's going on in our city, in our land today, and it's important that we know what we can do to purchase, to buy, and to take ownership and invest in our future. And this is one of our proud sponsors of the BuzzZinOFF with Lutonya TV show. So I'm excited to have you here on today.
No, thank you.
Why are you sitting there like that?
Look.
Yeah. I'm excited to have you here on today. Now, you started real estate. You're actually a bass player.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You've been playing since you was 4 years old.
Maybe 11.
Well, seriously, you started at 4.
Yeah, I started trumpet. Trumpet
At 4. No, I
Yeah.
thought you were sitting and playing the bass at 4. It wasn't 4? So it was 11.
Yeah. They went on. They didn't have any bass players at the church, and because the main bass player, he was out of town all the time, they just bought me a bass and gave it to me at 11. Told me I'm playing. So
And you've been playing ever since.
yeah.
You've been playing ever since. Now, how did you end up going from, you still play, you play at Bishop
Yes.
Brazier's church, and you play all over the world, and you're able to also house an investment company. It's called IBC Investment, LLC, and you just open up your real estate firm as well.
Yes.
And you're only, what,
30.
30?
Yeah.
Good God, won't he do?
It's a lot of work.
It's definitely a lot of work, I know.
Yeah, it's a ton of work. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I know. Now, you went from, you still playing a bass.
Yeah.
How did you transition into the investment company, IBC Investment?
Well, for me, music kind of creates everything. So I feel like that music is the tool that's needed for a lot of our young generation in order for them to be creative. Actually, my godmother, the one who started me on bass, when they bought me my first bass, I used to go to rental properties with her, and she used to collect rent and things like that. And it was just this one time. I don't know if I should share it on here, but she knows what it was. But it was a little crazy situation, and I liked the crazy situation, so I said I'm getting into real estate. So, but ever since then, between her and my uncle and my dad, having me do free labor that they still owe me for, just saying, y'all need to pay me for that. Laying concrete, that was a lot of work. But ever since then, it was just something that I just fell in love with in business and being able to create. So I enjoy that.
And I heard that you got insurance on your hand. That's why you don't lay concrete anymore. Is that true? Did you do a J-Lo? Did you do a J-Lo and get insurance
I don't have enough tail for that, but
on the street, word on the street. I just want to, because it's not gossip, just facts. So
I got it on my brain though.
Okay, we got definitely insurance on your brain.
Yeah.
But you have been able to really create an environment with IBC Investment where people can take a hold of their future. Tell us about that slogan, "Invest in your future."
It means integrity built by confidence. I really wanted to create a company that really geared towards customer service. And sometimes we meet it, sometimes we don't. But it comes down to being able to give people information. Not all the time we need to charge. Sometimes we do just need to help, because in regards to our community, we're lacking in regards to resources and understanding of our economics and what really drives our economy. And so we don't understand the private market. We don't understand. Well, a lot of us understand the public market, but
we don't understand the
we
private.
don't understand the private side.
Now, there's so much that goes into the investment company, and I know that you had someone come out to talk to a lot of the people in the community about the private sector. What do you feel like is lacking? Because it should have been a packed house, right? What do you feel that's lacking in our community? Not black, not white, just our community, period, with gaining the resources or the information that's needed?
It's just lack of understanding. I think that we became a country that's geared on benefits versus your own power to be able to create. And so when you want more benefits, you lose your power. And so that's really why I brought them out, for individuals to start to understand, okay, this is how what you're losing from having more public benefits. So that's been the piece for me, but I feel like I'm not answering your question though.
No, you answered my question,
Okay.
because at the end of the day, we have the resources that we need to be successful. Yeah. We have the people that we need in our lives to be successful, but sometimes we don't pull on them, or we don't ask questions because we have pride, and we don't want to ask questions because we don't want to feel like we're dumb, or whatever the word may be that people use. So you have a lot of investment classes. Why was it important for you to start those classes for people to come in and learn?
Well, it's a double tier, because a more informed individual becomes a more informed client, which also becomes a better client. And so over time, with longevity of money, if you're more informed, then now you become more wealthy or more rich over time. And so then now you make more sound decisions. So I wanted to educate our market for, of course, to be able to grow business, but then also to be able to help somebody along their journey. When I prayed and I asked God, okay, what should I do for my company and how should I grow it? I said, I don't want to grow a company geared on taking. I want to grow a company geared on giving, being able to give information and show them the way that God has shown me. So the next thing was, okay, then this is how we're going to grow it. By the growth of the individual, we grow as a company also. That's how I feel like the best way of doing business, in all honesty.
And speaking of growing, not only did you grow into BCI Realty, you're also getting your master's right now.
Yeah, we're working on that, over at Loyola.
Wow. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
At 30, you look, let me put this out here. He married. Don't be sending me no inboxes. You married, 4 kids, and you're able to balance out being an entrepreneur, being a pillar in the community here in South Holland, and now real estate. You started your BCI brokerage. Why did you decide to also start the BCI Realty?
Well, the first thing is I'm still working on the balancing act. So that's a task. I'm sorry, wife, but that is a task. But we started BCI Realty to really still do the same thing, be able to service our clients better on the investment side, and also create a more informed market. So it's now just kind of going into double tier. So there are a couple other things that we're going to put into place in a couple phases that we have. But BCI Realty is really one major part to the puzzle, and I feel like that now with us hiring more brokers and growing our influence there, I think we're going to be a great real estate company and something different.
Definitely. Now, when we talk about the investment company and a real estate company, what's the difference between the two?
Well, the investment company is geared towards more so economics. It's not just about real estate. It's about the overall market. So how do you grow economics? How do you find businesses to grow? How do you invest into the individual that wants to grow their business in the community? And then the next tier is, okay, what do they do if they want to stay in the community that they're investing in, or that they're also an entrepreneur in? So those are the things in growing a strong community. And then now you go into education. How does the businesses invest into those into the actual education of the community? So that was really the gear towards the investment firm. But the real estate side is geared towards nothing but real estate. Property management, making sure that the properties are being maintained if they're rented. Helping rental clients streamline their process, because that's a headache with them trying to find a home. But then also helping sellers and buyers develop their relationship there. So where a seller can sell the property fast at a higher price, but a buyer can buy a property with some value that's going to be added on later on based upon the community. So those two really come together and help the overall community.
Definitely. Now, when you talk about the economic state that we're in today, I know real estate has definitely changed.
Yeah.
You know, what do you say is the state of economics right now?
Well, on the real estate side, it's doing a lot better. But I'm still trying to figure out where's the growth coming from, because there isn't a lot of entrepreneurial growth. So meaning that small businesses aren't really growing like how they need to. But really, for me, what my understanding is that it's a lot of public funding and a lot of public programs that's gearing towards the growth, and which can be a very, very dangerous part, because if you're too public, then now you have taxpayers. So now you see the tax increases are starting to come. So you have now the city of Chicago, which is totally ridiculous.
Plastic,
ag tax, water. Then now they're talking about increasing property taxes, and then now I think we're around about close to 10%, 9.75% on just goods and taxes. So now they have to find a way in regards to the public to fund all of these programs, when it should be the private market, which will grow economic wealth over time. So now you have that transfer of wealth, so where the poor are getting poorer, which in all honesty, sometimes they don't even know they're getting poor because they don't understand the system and they don't understand the laws. But the richer are getting richer, because now, okay, look, I can grow my tax base, and then I can invest into certain public programs, and then I can get public contracts that majority of the small guys can't get.
But they still have it as private. They still have a trust fund and all of that stuff that's filtering the public money that they're getting so that they can be able to, keep their wealth.
Yep, and as a taxpayer, now you're paying for all of this. But now you think you're receiving a benefit. You think something good is happening, which sometimes it is. But a lot of it, you don't understand that now I'm losing on this other side, because now I have to pay all of these different taxes on my day-to-day work, or day-to-day period, just day-to-day operations.
Now, a lot of people are going into a lot of rentals. I've noticed that, we're doing BCI Realty. A lot of people are like, okay, I don't want to purchase. I'm scared of purchasing. I just want to rent and have somebody maintenance the property. Why do you think that people are really staying clear of purchasing?
First thing is, God hasn't given us a spirit of fear. So fear is the one part that keeps you from growth and opportunity and potential. I always say nothing beats a failure but a try, and so individuals they think they can't get financing, and that's where now they're like, okay, I won't even try. I just don't want to mess up my credit and things like that. But if you don't try, you don't know where you are. Then how do you know where you need to go and what things you need to put into place?
A phase.
Right. So really it comes down to just people are scared. They don't know where the market is. They don't know. They don't want to pay a certain amount of money. But look, if I'm paying $1,200 a month on a property that an investor bought for $70,000-$80,000, okay, you do the numbers there. The investor, look, he's weeping around about a 30 to 40%
of your hard work.
And so, but then now you could turn right back around, buy the $70,000-$80,000 property, do your own work to it, and then now you're living at $800,000 a month, and so then now you're not giving your wealth or your riches to someone else, and so that's really the problem, and so it's just lack of education.
Now, when you talk about education, how do you think people should position themselves when it's time for them to purchase or get off the mindset of Section 8 and, you know, being dependent on the public or the benefits of this land? How do you think people can be able to transition and condition their mind so that they can be able to take on, you know, wealth?
First thing is take fear out of it. You know, and so you can't accomplish anything without having failure, and without not being scared of failure. Failure isn't failure. Failure is just a pillar point for you to know what not to do and what to do. You know, and so take that out the equation. The second thing is just get your money in order. You know, live below your means. Take your time, and then actually save your money. But there are different types of accounts that you can utilize. Look into an AUL. Look into investment accounts where you're able to get growth over time. But if you're looking to buy a house, you want to put your money into something that's stable. So like mutual funds, bonds, and different things like that, or strong companies. And then the next thing will be, if you're going into the real estate side, find a property that you know you can afford. You know you can afford it, and you know that you're willing to do the work to it to maintain the property and maintain the value. Because at the end of the day, your property is worth as much as your neighbor's property. So, and it's vice versa. So if you're not cutting your grass, guess what? If your neighbor run into an issue and they don't like your house, then the other house isn't going to be able to sell for more money. So like the word of God says, I'm a brother's keeper, right? So it's the same thing in real estate. If my next door neighbor takes care of their property, that helps with my market value. That helps me grow my community overall. And if that keeps going over and over again, guess what? You have a strong, stable community. And then now most people wouldn't want to move. So
the retention happens.
Supply and demand. You know, and so you know, be willing to do that. Be willing to be a part of a community and save your money. That's really the main thing. And take fear out of it.
Definitely. Now, how can people connect to you and find out more? And I know you do consulting for business firms and, you know, small businesses. How can they connect to you and find out more?
Well, you can connect with me on ibcinv.com. You can give us a call here at our office at 708-331-3559 for BCI Realty. You can also connect with me on Facebook, Jeffery Lang Jr., and then also you can connect with our Facebook page on BCI Realty and IBC Investment.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us on today.
No problem.
I am excited that you got the knowledge that you need to be able to take that step further and invest in your future. More to come right here on BuzzZinOFF with Lutonya.
How's it going, everybody? This is Jeffery Lang from IBC Investment LLC, CEO, and then also managing broker for BCI Realty. I'm coming in to join my big sister with Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com.
Hey guys, while you wait, go ahead and click the BuzzZinOFF with Lutonya Facebook page. Head over to the Follow tab and click to see first for your live notification and updates right here on Industry Buzz. That's with 3Zs.com. Thank you so much for tuning in to the BuzzZinOFF with Lutonya TV show. I pray that you are motivated and inspired to go after your vision and dreams like Jeffrey did. He had some adversities, but he did not allow that to stop him from going after what he desired to do. Jeffrey, the real estate agent, he started somewhere, but that is not where he's going to end up. So definitely take on your destiny. Be bold, be fearless, and be authentically you. You're tuned in to the BuzzZinOFF with Lutonya TV show.
You've been listening to Industry Buzz with 3Z's Radio. Hosted by Lutonya. Tune in next Thursday. If you would like to be a guest on the show, send us an email at connect@industrybuzz.com. And remember, that's Buzz with 3Z. Join us today and bring in integrity back to media, highlighting inspirational news and music. Industry Buzz with 3Zs.com.